Good morning, Internet. It is Saturday, and AJ and I, went to bed at. What the hell? Okay. I'm an hour earlier than I thought I was. I think it was close to 3 o'clock when I finally went back to bed, and it took forever to fall asleep. And it is only 10 o'clock, not going on 11, like I thought it was. This is what I have to put up with. All the time. This is how he laid in bed last night. He laid on his back, snoring. Well, hello there, guys. So I mentioned earlier that I was thinking about doing a little bit different type of video today. I don't normally do anything on a tripod. So what I've been thinking about is gotten some new subscribers. Hello and welcome. Thank you guys for finding my channel. I know some of you found me through comments on Charles's vlog, Charles Trapeze, CTFXC Internet Kill Television. And I've been wanting to do a Q&A. I don't get a whole lot of questions when I ask them. Some people have been. I've been answering throughout the videos. So what my thought was to do kind of like a my life story, how Kurt, me, hi, I'm Kurt, and this guy back here is AJ. I share custody. For those of you new, I am currently separated from my wife, Jody. We are still friends. We talk basically daily. Just was one of those deals where our lives went in different directions. So I live in Pennsylvania now. I am 38 years old. I was not born in Pennsylvania, however. My mom and dad met in New Jersey, moved to Connecticut, where my dad worked in a steel mill. Not like the one I work in. It was a wire mill. In March will be the first time since I was 2 years old that I will be going back to see where I was born. About the age of 4, my dad got laid off from work, so he was home. He still worked in Connecticut while we lived here in Pennsylvania. At the time, he really didn't know everything that was going on. My grandparents lived with us. We had a very nice house. My grandmother, let's just say, was not the best child care type of person, and he witnessed her backhand me out of my high chair because I wouldn't eat my food. Later in life, the dentist realized that the way my teeth were was the reason that I didn't eat like steak and meat stuff real well. I couldn't chew it because my teeth were not lined up real well to I could sit there and chew on a piece of steak forever and not actually do anything to it. Obviously caused a little bit of a war, and then she made the mistake of threatening to take me away. So at the age of 4, I'll remember this morning very well. I had a little pedal John Deere tractor that was solid die cast. And basically my dad said to me, "Do you want to go with Nana and Pa, or do you want to go with me?" Now normally when Dad and I went anywhere, we went to my aunt and uncle's, which he lives with them now, but they live close to us here in Williamsport. And of course that was the first place everybody looked. Well, we went to Florida. New Smyrna, Florida for 6 months. My dad is so insane that he struggled to find a job, but managed to. He's a wanted man, and he found a job as a cook in a prison. My dad was in the Navy. He also raced cars in his past. So he had some cooking skills for large groups, so they hired him as a cook in a prison. But that is not how he got caught. He passed whatever type of background check he needed to. How he ended up getting caught by children and youth was he had done a rain check at Kmart on his MasterCard. So children and youth found us, and obviously they flew their agent down to Florida. They made contact, said, "Hey, listen, we're bringing him back," yada, yada, yada. My dad said, "You're not taking him on a plane. You're not taking him away from me. I will bring him back." We had a 1981 Dodge Omni and a pop-up trailer that did not work anymore. Basically, it was always up. We traveled back from Florida to Pennsylvania at about the speed of 45 miles an hour in third gear and a standard transmission. How we made it back is miraculous. We had a call every so many hours to make sure we were heading the correct direction so they didn't have to send the FBI out after us. We come back, obviously, my parents got divorced after that. Divorced parents, 2 different households. They got custody split 50-50. So I bounced back and forth between 2 different types of households. My dad was, I will totally admit this, he is a hoarder. Was a hoarder. When we cleaned his house out when he got sick and moved out in 2007, I would find pay stubs from his very first job. As for me, you know, I graduated high school. Had plans on going to college. I did a VOTEC program for graphic design, and unfortunately did not follow that curriculum. To this day, I kind of wish I would have. But who knows where I'd be. So never went to college. And at 38 years old, not going to go back to college. I got a high school diploma, but that gets you so far in life. I have worked 2 jobs a couple different times in my life. I work for Brodart, which is where Jody currently works. That's how we met. And then a co-worker's boyfriend was actually working for Jersey Shore Steel Company down in Montoursville, the fabrication division. So I found out how to get in there, and they had a very, very poor hiring rate. Basically, it was like 5% of the temps that came in ever got kept. And as my 90 days approached, I was watching guys that were, right before me and right around me coming in, getting just let go. I was working Brodart and Jersey Shore Steel second shift. It was starting to toll on me pretty hard, and I was really scared. I was like, well, it was fun while it lasted having money. But they ended up keeping me. I basically progressed from a guy on the floor, working different machines, to finally getting into as the shipper. Somehow dealt with shipping, and I have absolutely no interest in trucking. I have no interest in this little world personally. But somehow at Brodart, I was shipping and receiving at one point, and then I became a shipper at Jersey Shore Steel, and now I'm the operations coordinator for Jersey Shore Steel at the rolling division, where we actually take the raw material, which is old railroad rails, and turn them into angle iron. And even at Walmart, basically was given an ultimatum one day when I took my dad's house over that if I don't get another job, I don't come home. So that was 2007. 2006. This will be August will be 10 years I've been at Walmart. I've been with Jersey Shore Steel since 2002. 14 years. I've had 2 jobs for a very long time. Weeks like this, when I get sick, I just don't give myself enough recovery time to get back to full power. And I think that's why this past week has been me just starting to really fall apart physically and emotionally a little bit. Got a couple days off here now for the Super Bowl. Getting back to, so September 2002, Jody and I got married. She bought the house because of my financial issues back in my youth. I'd only filed bankruptcy a year sooner. I broke my ankle in August of 14, and she'll admit it now, but, I basically had to find ways to do things around the house by myself. That's how the relationship kind of went off. And it was as if the financial part of the relationship wasn't already strained pretty bad. I'm in my mind, being broken and not getting any type of, care. I mean, simply, I would just want a drink or something, and I had to figure a way to go to the kitchen and figure out how to get it back to where I was in my room. In October of 14, basically we had the conversation that, why are we doing this? Neither one of us are happy. We're both living our own lives, so let's just say we're done. And we move on to the past year. Drew and I both, Drew had been put in jail trying to help out on a friend. He got out during the time I was broken. I actually had more help from Drew than I did my own wife. It sounds kind of depressing. It does, but it is what it is now. She does regret it. I got a text message from Kayla. We had been friends for 5 years at Walmart. She started there when she was like 19. And I didn't, I was married. I'm older. I don't pay attention to, the way, people will talk to you any way they want to be polite. Basically said, oh, I like you, yada, yada, yada. But little to our surprise, Drew and I were actually competing last year for the same person, for the same girl. She actually picked Drew over me for a matter of about 8 hours. Do I wish I would have never pursued that relationship? I don't know, because it got me out of the house. I don't know how long I would have put up with the fact that I was separated from my wife, still living in the same house, and still paying the same bills. At times it would get on me like, this is total BS. why am I letting this happen? But I also didn't know how to get away from it. My landlord is actually a cousin of Jody's. She's a realtor. She got us the house that we lived in. I mentioned to her that I was looking for a place, and she's like, I have a place. I need it filled ASAP. This place had been empty, I think, maybe November, December of 14. And so she was footing the bill for heat and for electric and for water through, like, Christmas and beginning of 2015. So I've been here almost a year, because it's like February 6th now, and I moved in a couple days before. Well, the 28th is when I actually started bringing my stuff over. She gave me keys, and I started bringing my stuff over. I don't know, I think the distraction of having, being in a relationship helped get me away, get me out of the house. I'd like to say I really, really tried hard, but I did try to make that relationship work, but the age difference, the immaturity, and a guy that Jody and I never fought. We never had verbal, loud arguments. We, if we didn't agree with each other, I would always just stay quiet. I would not start yelling. We would not get physical. The next relationship was a complete 180. It just was the stupidest things would cause a verbal fight. I'm not going to lie, there were a couple times when things started to get physical, and it's just like, you walk away. It's like, seriously, this is not what I want. It just kept compiling, and so finally in December I just said, there's no reason to drag this out. I'm not happy. I want to be happy. I'm in the same financial situation as I was in my marriage, where I'm responsible for everything. Why? I'm sorry, but if you want to be in a relationship, it doesn't need to only be emotionally and, physically, but financially. Both parties need to be responsible in a relationship. Is that possible? I don't know. I've been actually thinking about saying this for a long time. Women wanted equal rights. Well, guess what? That means you can have a job and you can help pay the damn bills. The man isn't totally responsible anymore, not in this day and age. Men and women both have incomes coming in. So, by all means, someone wants to, go 50-50, wants to actually be loving. Every little thing in the stupid world isn't a fight. When you are at work and I am not, I can have my time to myself. I don't need to constantly be texting and telling you what I'm doing. There's a lot of little things. So that's what's gotten me to where I'm at. How I got into YouTube, I've mentioned this over the last couple vlogs. It was a new medium. I think when I signed up, it had been around for maybe, 3 years? 2009 is when I actually made an account. Figuring out how to post stuff, now it's something different. I started off watching, Shane Dawson videos and any little goofy thing out there. But Shane Dawson is kind of where the start point that I remember was. And I was researching Shane Dawson videos when I came across the video that Shane actually did with Ali Speed. I'm going to be honest, as a adult male, I'm like, well, she's pretty. So I decided to find out who she was. And that's how I came across the CTFXE vlogs. And I will be completely honest with you, when I first started watching them, I really thought Charles was a complete ass. I really did not care for him. It took me a little bit of time for him to grow on me. But so what I did was I literally wanted to see how that video got made. When that music video got made. So I started literally the CTFXE vlogs. I started from day one. I'm still trying to remember what day I actually started watching. I thought it was like day 733, but I can't seem to find the very first vlog I actually saw of them. But I started from day one. I have seen almost every day. There was a point there when I just, due to relationship, I wasn't watching for a little bit of time, but I've seen, I'm going to say 95% of all the CTFXE videos. I'm a big supporter. I have met Charles twice. I never did get to meet Ali Speed. We were there the night Sherman Theater. If you go back to that video, she was actually at that show. So I was probably from me to the wall away from her, but they kind of ushered her to the bus because they were in a hurry. Their hurry was to go play video games with another band. It was kind of a kick in the teeth because that was the year that every night at the bus they would say Toodles, the whole group, and he didn't have his camera on him. He wouldn't go get it because they were in too big of a hurry to go play video games on the bus. The next time I met him was at Warped Tour in 2014, which is when these vlogs started. And unfortunately that morning he had a seizure. So he was, by doctor's orders, not even supposed to come out and, do pictures or anything with us. He broke doctor's orders. He took pictures with us. Obviously they were very quick, but it was still, another one of those deals where that time he had more of an excuse to get away. He was not feeling full power yet. So I've had 2 interesting meetings with Charles, and I hope to meet him again here in Massachusetts here in a couple months. Or no, not even, month and a half. In March, Sherry and I are going. Sherry, you guys have heard me mention her quite a bit. She sent me Rufus twice. She actually found the videos because of the drone. I'm trying like crazy to still get that thing flying. I'm going to try again today. A lot of the things I have, I don't want to say I was trying to be like Charles, but in a way I think I was. I got my MacBook. I've never been a fan of the digital cameras he's used. He's always used the Canons and stuff. I went with something a little bit smarter when I started. Actually, I had the Sony I bought was to record a wedding. It is a waterproof digital camera. Now I'm recording this video and basically going on 8 months of vlogging on the Samsung S6 Active, which is a waterproof digital camera. No one has complained about the video. Whoop, and my table's collapsing. The drone, there's been some things that I've definitely purchased because I've seen them in his videos. So I've kind of gotten away from doing that. I just can't keep up. Probably have a GoPro because of him as well. And you guys fully well from the other day know how I feel about a GoPro camera. So, yeah. In a nutshell, there's a quick synopsis of my life story. Hope you guys enjoy. 22 minutes. It's going to be fun to edit. Completely realized I went off tangent where, a few people I've become friends with on Twitter and YouTube. Disney Gamer emails me or messages, comments a lot. She was emailing me there for a while when she wasn't fully backed. Christian Bykowski. He actually kind of was like, why don't you do like a montage of all your CTF-XC gear? And that was kind of a starting point for the videos. So I give Christian a lot of the credit for me vlogging. Like I said the other day, the vlogs were supposed to be 1 week long during my vacation in July of 14. And we are now 585 days today, going strong. Unfortunately, I was late one day because I scheduled it wrong. And I accidentally threw the footage in the trash and deleted the trash instead of putting in iPhoto. So I'm a day behind, actually, today would be. Anyway, Sherry found the drone footage, and she started watching the videos. She gets a little bit made fun of by her friend. Why do you watch that? It's boring, she told me the other day. And I understand, my videos aren't as much entertainment, and I mentioned this the other day as well. A vlog is supposed to be of your daily life, and this is my daily life. I work a lot. And will this ever stop? That question hasn't come up yet. Okay, so breaking myself. Okay, let me finish this whole deal with Sherry. So Sherry became friends with both Kayla and I. We were on Twitter with each other. I actually gave her my number. So Christian and Sherry both have my actual phone number. Sherry and I have talked. Christian and I have Skyped. And everything was hunky-dory. And then last year when the first time Kayla and I split up, things got said by the other party. It kind of fell apart. And the ultimatum was when Kayla and I got back together that time was that, Sherry is a bad person. She's two-faced. She's this, that, and the other thing. And she's trying to break us up, yada, yada, yada. You can't talk to her anymore. Basically, anybody that was female, I wasn't allowed to talk to. A lot of things got blocked that I was unaware of until December. A lot of my Facebook friends had been blocked. Jealousy issues. And, I think it was the day after I actually, tweeted Sherry or got a hold of her and said, hey, what's up? I've ended this relationship again, and that's that. So we are friends, and we both know this, and that's, she's very supportive of the videos and of me being happy. That's all I want. I just want to wake up in the morning and say, what's today going to bring? Not worry about, what fight is going to happen today in my life, because that crap got old fast. It's 31 degrees outside. I thought I'd shoot some hoops. Ooh, I hit one. Oh my god. Okay, we might need to change pants. Oh, jeez. I'm gonna moon you guys yet. I'm gonna quit my day jobs. Okay, so last night I got home. Yeah, I just came in from shooting hoops. Whoo! 3.5 minutes. Kurt is fat. I came home. I put all the 6 pounds of ground beef, not the 8 that I paid for, in the fridge. Figured, well, tomorrow morning, get up. I won't have to thaw it. They're all still frozen. So maybe my refrigerator's too cold. So I am going to start with the process of making chili. Well, the $10 sale for the Nerd Kill Television beanies, they've arrived. Okay, maybe it's just the fact that I've been wearing the black one for a long time, but the blue and the gray seem different. Well, most of the corn is just cleaned up. I still gotta do dishes, but chili is a cooking. That's a lot of chili. Temperature's warmed up a bit. Easy shots. Oh! Woo. That was scary. Running and downhill. Never said it was good. Oh, Jesus. It's a miracle. That'd been discouraging to miss that one. Time out. Fat kid tired. Kind of my life story when I used to be younger. I'd go outside to my dad's when it was snowing outside even, and shoot hoops. And I'd play one-on-one against myself. I was a very lonely child. Oh! Short. Oh my God. Yep. Okay, last one. I came in and put the fans on. I'm overheated. I am way out of shape. And pretty much have an upper respiratory issue going still. Man, I went down that hill, I don't know. I thought for sure I put myself on my face. I am definitely picking up the barriers from Jody's soon. Very, very soon. I'll need to get a couple steaks to put them up. Chili, it smells so good in here right now. Apparently playtime was just too much for this puppy. Well, I figured I'd give the George Foreman a little test. Had some steak in the freezer. And saves me from having to get the grill cooking. So, I got AJ to eat. Yeah, he got 2 pieces of steak. Yes, you did. Well, gets defeated by Dresser. Oh shit, where are you going?
Finish with it.
Hercules, Hercules. something wrong with you, dude. Well, I think he's got his zombie weapon. I broke mine. All funny.
Oh, you're mean.
Move.
Well, that seemed to do the trick.
Ah!
Well, fire pit's all cleaned out. And we decided to relight it just to get it some base.
Playing with his pocket.
And we got Drew. And yes, my car is actually in the backyard. After Drew shook his head, no, it won't fit.
Don't do it.
Down through there.
Don't do it.
What are you thinking, pup? You having fun with the boys? He's happy when Drew's here. Alright, let's see if we can get out of here as easy as we got in.
You do a donut and then you start sliding down.
Oh, we're gonna have to back up. Alright. It doesn't look like. Oh, jeez.
Well, there went a branch.
Hey, we found one.
Oh, this is scary on this side.
And I'm against my paint job.
Nice.
Alright, now we can roll the windows down and kick the mirrors back out. Hi, guys! I should say good morning. It is, oh my god, almost 2 o'clock. Wow, was that the most editing I think I've ever done, ever. So thank you very much for watching, 2 o'clock in the morning. Hope you liked today's video. A lot longer than normal. I kind of apologize for that. But I wanted to do a life story type deal, but I cannot stop just recording my daily everything. I hope it answers some questions you may have had if you're afraid to ask them. But if you have any other questions, feel free to tweet me at Curtis Warnash. That's CurtisWarnasch, with the hashtag CWVQ&A. Or Q&A CWV, whichever one you want to use. I don't care. Ask in the comments. I will be happy to answer any questions you have. Like I said earlier this morning, thank you very much if you're a new subscriber, and thank you very much if you're an old continuing subscriber. I hope I answered a lot of questions that people may have wanted to know, and maybe some that you didn't really think of asking. This guy's been snoring, growling, and falling off the couch for the past 2 hours. I've actually gone through 2 feature films, Someone Like You with Ashley Judd, Greg Kinnear, and Hugh Jackman, and then I put on Serendipity. Didn't see any of either one of them. I was editing through all of the ums. I think there had to be 500 ums in my life story part. So hope the basketball thing wasn't too boring, but I wanted to show that I am trying to get outside and get some exercise. Maybe some of you have some basketball pointers too, because I suck. I missed a lot of shots. And I'm just really happy that when I ran down the hill, I didn't kill myself or re-break myself. Because yes, Curtis was not wearing an ankle brace when he was outside shooting basketball. Okay. Good night. I will see you tomorrow. As always, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. If you liked today's video, please give it a thumbs up so I know you appreciated it. And I will see you tomorrow. Well, I'll see you in a couple hours. Good night.
Hold me close and catch your breath now.
Trying to edit.
'Cause I